Hey, what's going on everyone? The patch notes for the upcoming Halloween update are finally here, which they're calling Brick or Treat. Now, I'm a few days late to this, but better late than never, so let's jump into it. So, since raids have been delayed, the main focus of this update is going to be the Ghosts Master Event. And this will be a new Master Event to get the Ghosts, as they say here, a powerful new attacker for your spooky team. Complete the first 5 nodes to unlock the Ghost at 5 stars. So the exact same format as the previous Master Events. And because they don't mention it here, I don't think there will be a 6 or 7 star tier, but who knows, maybe there will be. They just decided to not mention it. Then the Imperial Brick Pace has been updated to resemble the Blacktron Brick Pace event. And then they say here, you wanted less hard nodes, well, you got them. That's not exactly what we said. Really, we just wanted at least one normal node, because with that Imperial Brick Pace, it was just exclusively hard nodes. It was very difficult to use excess energy, especially if you bought the energy bundles. There was no way to actually spend that energy unless you also bought gems to refresh the nodes. So really, we just wanted a couple normal nodes, but I feel like they've at this point kind of dialed in how they like their brick pace events to work, and I don't expect that there will be changes soon. I think they quite like this multi-map style with just one hard node per character or set. I think most people agreed that the J brick pace was the best one so far, but that was just a single character brick pace. And I mean, this current style isn't too bad. I was able to get Quincy to 5 stars by only doing around like 10-ish refreshes, which is totally doable with just the free gems you get each day. So it's not too bad, but yeah, we didn't exactly say that we wanted less hard nodes. And then after Halloween, so sometime in November, the Ghostbuster Brick Pace events will return to quote-unquote clean up Piptown. Pretty thematic and very good timing there. And also, this is only going to be about 2 to 2.5 months after they initially ran. So that's a pretty good cadence, and I hope something like that keeps up and they return pretty quickly, because it's obviously very good for the non-spenders that play the game. And they also say here that the Brick Pace has been updated to make Peter and Ray accessible to those that miss their Unboxed events. So this tells me 2 things. 1, their Unboxed events won't be returning, and 2, they may get farmable hard nodes in that brick pace, because they're already in the event store, so they couldn't update that because they're already there. So maybe they will get hard nodes, we'll have to see. And then of course Slimer will be returning as well. For the new heroes, we have first of all the Ghost, who I've already done a complete video breaking down his kit, and I assume most of you have seen that one by now, so I'm not going to talk about him too much here. But then also Admiral None, such as getting added to the game, and they say that here that he's going to be available in the Gem Shop, Timed Quests, and the Imperial Brick Pace event shop. It's going to depend largely on how good the Timed Quests are. If the Timed Quests are easy, and there's a lot of them, and they give a lot of tiles, then I think this will be good. But if they're kind of the standard difficulty, which is pretty hard, that we've seen before, and they don't really give a lot of tiles, I don't think players are going to be able to unlock him this first time around, because he's a 115 tile unlock, so a 4-star unlock, and typically you can't get that many tiles from an event store, so we'll have to see. I'm just hoping to be able to at least unlock him, and hopefully unlock the Governor as well with this brick pace, but it's definitely going to be close. And then there are some other changes. So first of all, the Master Shop is being changed. The extra hero tiles will now be worth double, so 10 tiles instead of 5. And the prices have also dropped to make getting Willa and those apples easier to get. They just mentioned Willa and apples here. I assume the other items there have also been lowered, like Kartovsky and the other gear pieces. But either way, this is a fantastic change and is great for making Willa more accessible. Now, they don't mention anything here about any kind of refund, but one of the devs confirmed there will be some sort of compensation for players that have already spent currency, but it is not going to be a direct one-to-one refund for any tiles that you would have had if you converted later. That's just kind of how it goes, I guess. Of course, I'm disappointed because if I had hoarded mine, I would have close to a 5-star Willa, depending on how much they drop per price, and instead I just have a barely 3-star Willa. But that's fine. I mean, it happens. This kind of changes are to be expected, and we'll have to see. Maybe the compensation will actually be pretty good. And then 2 new Brickspedition maps have been added as well for some more variety. That's great to see. Brickspedition is definitely getting a bit stale, so I'm glad to see them trying to at least make it a little bit more interesting. And then we have a couple of updated features here. So first of all, the hero filter is being upgraded and finally completed, so you can now sort by pretty much any tag like spooky and chill, and filter by more than one thing at a time like castle attacker or a favorited castle attacker or something like that. So that's great to see. And then also the Guild Dailies leaderboard has finally been expanded to be able to see the entire top 50, which is a much needed change, and I'm glad to see both of these things come to the game, but honestly I feel like this is some pretty basic stuff that should have been added 6 or more months ago, but yeah, I am glad it is finally here. And then there are some bug fixes here, the most notable of which actually isn't mentioned here. Magisto's tower has been fixed to actually work properly with enchantment. Previously it was like bugged and it cleared enchantment on every ability or something like that, so that's going to be very useful to actually make magical teams a bit more viable, and we may see some like Magisto, Wu, Willa, those type of teams actually start to appear on the arena leaderboards, but we will have to see on that one. So yeah, those are the patch notes. The update is expected to hit within the next week or two, definitely before Halloween, but that's all we know right now. But alright, that's going to be it for this one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.